From the shores of Lake Erie and Northeast Ohio, it's time for Cleveland at Night. When the sun goes down, our camera crew comes out. It's Cleveland at Night. On this episode, we bring you the 2018 Junior Olympics tournament filmed at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. This event is presented to you by the Lake Area Association of USA Boxing.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 6 is a 119-pound junior division championship bout. This bout is sponsored by the International Boxing Federation. And it pits boxing out in the red corner, representing Kingdom Fitness Boxing Club. Let's hear it for Abdul Mason. Yeah! And boxing out in the blue corner, representing DMK Boxing Club. Let's hear it for Sean Jackson. The referee is Ed King.
Hello everyone, Danny K for Cleveland at Night, bringing you the best in all-star amateur boxing. We're at the Junior Olympics at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm ringside with Carla. How's it going, Carla?
It's going good. We're at the local boxing association's amateur fight card, so it doesn't get much better than that.
That's right, Junior Olympics. Hey, Carla, you did a great job with Box Out the Violence too.
That was a great card.
Yeah, DMK Productions invited you back, and we're going to see you every time we do an amateur bout. You're going to be a ringside with me talking about these boxers. Okay, this is a 119-pound junior division championship for the Junior Olympics local. Okay, in the red corner we have Abdur Rodman Mason from Kingdom Fitness against Rashawn Jackson from DNA Level C Boxing Club. Take it away, Carla.
All right, well, these guys are going at it. We might not see, as I have said in the past, sometimes you have so much action in these amateur boxing tournaments that you can't even blink. But when you get into kind of like a qualifying event like this, you might see a little bit of thinking involved, a little bit of trying to time each other. So you might not see as much action as you might be used to. But this is by far my favorite event.
Okay, and I do believe you know the referee this match, right?
I do happen to know that would be referee Ed King, who owns King's Boxing Gym.
And that's, I think it's in Bedford Heights,
It is.
Aurora Road. And,
it's on Aurora Road.
Yeah, now he has a gym. He does like a boxing. He has women and men bodybuilders that work out. Big gym.
He does
Right?
it all.
Yeah, I walked in his gym one time. They have like a Hall of Fame wall of all these bodybuilders and stuff like that. He does boxing events, promotes boxing events. That's
Correct.
Ed King at King's Gym, located 24775 Aurora Road in Bedford Heights. Well, that's the end of round one. There's a 119-pound junior division championship. Mason versus Jackson. The Junior Olympic event is brought to you by the Lake Area Association of USA Boxing. Let's go to the corners for our microphone and cameras. This is Danny K ringside along with Carla. Now, you're talking about other boxing. We're going to be heading to different parts of Northeast Ohio and all the parts of Ohio. You were telling me off camera, Youngstown's a big town for boxing.
Youngstown's a huge town for boxing. I believe that our biggest crowds actually are in Youngstown. I believe it's just because they have a rich history of boxing there. You have Kelly Pavlik, who actually turns up at some of the events sometimes, so people are always thrilled when that happens. But just a rich history, and it hasn't left. Boxing definitely is not dead in Youngstown.
All right, round two, here we go. Ed King, referee, he's going to get the opponents going. Take it away, Carla.
All right, well, they're wasting no time getting busy in this round.
Jackson in the blue again, and Mason in the red.
You're seeing Mason throwing punches, but Jackson's answering them. So, we're going to get a little tied up on the ropes. No, good. They separated themselves.
That's what I love about amateur boxing. It's 3 rounds of just knock down, just throwing the punches, and it's non-stop action.
Always. Let's see what happens here.
Boy, I tell you, that Mason in the red from Kingdom Fitness, he looks fantastic, on this round.
Well, there, Blue looked for a second or two like he might have been stunned, but he came right back and threw punches in exchange. So let's see how this shapes up.
He has a nice jab, and then he throws that left.
It's a left hook.
The left hook?
Yes.
He sets him up with the jab, then he does the left hook.
If that left hook lands, that's a game changer, depending. Yeah, there it is.
Again, we're at the MLK Civic Center for the 119-pound junior division. This is a championship, Carla. The winner of this one goes on to the regional
That's
junior
correct.
Olympics.
That
And
is correct. A lot on the line.
the Junior Olympics Nationals, what city this year?
Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston, West Virginia. You probably go online and check out when they're the dates for that.
You can, and you also, sometimes they post some of the action on social media accounts, so sometimes you can catch some of the matches online, which is really nice.
That's great. All right, and Ed King just separated them. A lot of action. This is round 2 of the 119-pound junior division championship. The winner of this one moves on to the Junior Olympics.
And it's funny, it's usually, not a good thing if somebody's up against the ropes, but, it's all in how you fight off the ropes. So if you can have your back to them, but you want to make sure you're moving and get out of there.
All right, well, this is second standing 8 count for Jackson.
It is.
Jackson's got to come out in the 3rd round. Okay, that's the end of the 2nd round. The Junior Olympics is brought to you by DMK Productions. You can catch us online and also on our Facebook page at DannyK/DMK TV shows. Watch all our TV shows for free. Okay, round 2, 119-pound junior division championship, Mason versus Jackson. We're like about DMK Productions. We have cameras and microphones at each corner, so let's listen in, folks. Okay, Carla, this 119-pound junior division championship is sponsored by the International Boxing Federation. Did you ever hear of the International Boxing Federation?
Yes, there's a lot of acronyms you have to get to learn when you become involved in boxing, and some of us still don't know all of them.
Okay. The IBF, the International Boxing Federation, we don't thank all the sponsors for the Junior Olympics. If it wasn't for these sponsors, they keep boxing, amateur boxing, alive in Northeast Ohio. All right, here we go. Round 3. Now, you can't say who's winning because you're a judge. I can say who's winning. I think on the card right now, Mason in the red is way ahead of Mr. Jackson in the blue. So I think Mr. Jackson needs a knockout to win this match. Carly, you don't have to say nothing, but let's go back to you and let's talk about their styles of boxing.
Yes, I'm not going to say anything. This is a do or die round, so they're getting tangled up a lot here. But the one thing I'll say about clinching is the ref usually will let them try to make their way out of it, then he'll separate them. Sometimes it's too soon, sometimes it's too late. People will say, I disagree. I believe they know best. And back goes Mason.
Yeah, that was, I'll tell you, man, that was a nice right jab. He just backed off Jackson in the blue.
See, and he's fighting off the ropes there. He's still trying to fight off the ropes, which is, it's a skill you must have.
All right, this is round 3 again. I think Mason is ahead on the scorecard, and Jackson needs I think he needs a knockout for this one, Carl. You have to say that, but yeah.
Meaning you just have to throw the kitchen sink. Is
right,
something
you got to go on.
If you're ever unsure, that's what you do. You give it everything you have. So we'll see how this goes to the final bell. Tied up again.
Mr. King backs the opponents up, and again, we're getting close to round 3 of his 119-pound junior division championship.
There is a flurry of punches for Mason. Oh boy, let's see what happens.
One of these days, we're gonna do our homework and get the records and how many knockouts these boxers got.
I would love to have that.
We're gonna talk to these boxers before the matches and get their stats and what their hobbies are and stuff like that. A little background on the boxers, and
that would be wonderful.
Get kind of close to the boxers, and so you know more about them. All right, it's the end of round 3. Oh, no,
You know what it
it's
was?
Still going on,
Right.
still going on.
It was a premature bell, meaning instead of doing the tap, 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 she had hit the bell, I believe, by mistake.
Yes,
So-
I think yes, you're right.
So when viewers at home hear that, now they'll understand.
Yeah. A lot of times you're right. When you hear like a knock of wood, that's like 10 seconds
That's
left
10
of the round.
seconds,
Then the
correct.
bells after that. So, but I think you hit the bell accidentally. But here's a crowd here at the Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio, MLK Civic Center. And again, you're a judge. You can't say it. I think Mason won this hands down. Again, you're watching the Junior Olympics. It's sponsored by the Lake Erie Association from USA Boxing. A little later, I have the interview with the president, Alex Cooper. And you know Alex Cooper, don't you?
I do. He is our president, that's for sure.
And again, I always want to say, too, that each boxer goes to the opponent's corner,
Yes.
the trainer. It's always good sportsmanship in amateur boxing. Is that correct?
That is the case, and we really like to see that.
All right, well, Ed King is trying to get the two opponents to the middle of the ring, and they're tallying up the scorecard. And as soon as we get the results, the PA announcer is going to announce the winner of this match.
Right. Sometimes this can feel like the longest minute while you wait for the scores to come in.
We're talking about a little later the second match you're going to do at ringside with about scoring. Man, when there's a lot of punches, how do you keep track of the scores? I don't know. We'll save that for later. We're going to talk about the next match. But if you're a judge, that's a hard job. Here's our trophies presented by, again, the Lake Area Association of USA Boxing. And now let's go to the winner.
And your champion in the 119-pound junior division, boxing out of the red corner, Mason.
There's the winner in the red corner, Mr. Mason from Kingdom Fitness. What do you think about that, Carla?
Well, Mason comes from a boxing family, and we wish him the best as he moves on in the tournament.
All right, be back with more right after this.
Boxing fans, it's time for Master Tom's Corner. Now introducing the host of the show, Master Tom Sparrow.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Master Tom's Corner. When the sun goes down in Cleveland, that's when our camera crews come out. Brought to you by DMK Productions, where we also watch my episodes of Master Tom's Corner, where we talk about Cleveland area boxers, past and present. On this episode, we're going to be talking about another Cleveland area boxer from the past. In 2006, I had worked with a heavyweight, 23-year-old, and his name was Jimmy Pistol. And he only had 3 amateur fights when I started working with him. But I noticed he would bend at the waist and he wouldn't advance with his legs when he was going after his opponent. So for a whole month, we took a rope from post to post and I had him working corner to corner for a whole month. And after 2 weeks, he says to me, "Hey, coach, how much more of this we got? We got another week yet, Jimmy." Then after the 3rd week, he says again, "Coach, I'm getting a little bored." I said, "We got 1 more week of this, Jimmy." But after the 4th week, he says, "Coach, I've had enough." And I said, "You know, Jimmy, let me take the rope down, and I'm going to walk backwards, and I don't want you to strike at me, but I want you to follow me when I start walking backwards, post to post, and see how you advance." And after a whole month of muscle memory training, he advanced perfectly across the ring. So now I knew he was ready for sparring. But before I sparred him, I'm going to show you a little video of Jimmy working the heavy bag, working the rope corner to corner, post to post, and the slip bag. The reason we worked the whole 4 months, or the whole 4 weeks of that month, is because in martial arts we talk about it where you do the technique for 1,000 times. Well, the reason you do it 1,000 times, it becomes muscle memory. And when it becomes muscle memory, you don't even have to think about it. So now I know Jimmy was ready for sparring. And right now, you can see that video. Step to the side. Step to the side, Jimmy. I also take my amateur fighters and I spar them against professional fighters. It builds great confidence in an amateur fighter. And now we were very fortunate enough to still have Steve, USA Cunningham, the cruiserweight at that time, and ranked #1 in the world in the WBC at that time. So I had put Jimmy in the ring because Steve Cunningham was needing some work. And now, here's that video. Jab, Jimmy, double up. Jimmy, you're waiting. There you go. Go in behind the jab. Go in behind the jab.
Slow down. Okay? What's smart? You want to one guy coming, all right?
Okay, now that we have covered some fighters from the past, I'm going to bring us up to the present. I was very fortunate enough to work with Sammy DeLeon's fighter, Devon Mercado. He had stopped at my dojo and we had worked out 7 rounds together back in March. And here's one 3-minute video of me and Devon. I'll be on the speed bag. I'll be 67 years old and Devon is 16 working the heavy bag. And now, here's that video. I hope everybody found out the points of interest and enjoyed the videos of training and striking. And we all know the score. As everybody stay focused, stay in the gyms and the dojos, and let's all work on our health. Master Tom.
Contact Master Tom Sparrows. Give him a call at 216-335-9578.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 8 on your card. This is a match bout in the 70-pound bantam division. This bout is sponsored by Lucas Electric Company. First up, boxing out of the red corner, representing MLK, 80 pound. Let's hear it for Dmk Jr. And he's the opponent boxing out blue corner, representing Dream Team Boxing. Let's hear it for Nazir Weeks. World referee, Doug Patterson.
Work!
Alright, Danny K back here for the Junior Olympics. We're at the 75 pound match bout, Bantam Division, and I'm with Master Tom ringside. How's it going, Tom?
It's another beautiful night of Olympic style boxing, Dan.
Alright, in the red corner and red gloves, we have Jaden Jones from the MLK Rec Center right here at the Civic Center in Cleveland, Ohio, East Cleveland, Ohio. In the blue corner, we have Nazir Weeks from the Dream Team Boxing. Once again, this is a 70, 75-pound match bout, Bantam division, right here for the Junior Olympics.
Right now, the trainer's tighten the glove, Dan, on the foot of Weeks in the blue corner there. Shoe come untied.
I seen the referee stopped it, and again, always a safety issue with Junior Olympics or any kind of Olympic style boxing. They're always worried about the boxers and the safety of the boxers.
You're so correct, Dan. Wow, these little guys are fighting like veterans. Jones he's staying outside on the outside, and he's moving well laterally. And in Weeks, he's trying to come forward, bobbing and weaving, throwing combinations. What a great match!
Okay, I think this is a match bout. This is not the championship bout. When they have the championship bout, whoever wins it right here locally moves on to the regional. And we're going to be talking to Alex Cooper where the regional is. And I do believe the finals are at Charleston, West Virginia for the Junior Olympics this year. Let's go to the corner, because we always have a microphone in each corner for DMK Productions. So we'll be right back. That's what I love about DMK Productions at Cleveland at nighttime. We always have the cameras at each corner with the microphones, and you can listen to what the trainer, coaches talking to the boxers. So now let's go to the other side of the ring.
Straight punches. 1, 2, good. Downstairs. Dig it downstairs. Look back in the head. Be sharp. You ain't throwing nothing sharp that wave. You should be doing the shit. Word.
Who was that guy? We know that guy, that coach.
Yeah, that's Renato Saffo.
Renato Saffo. He's like a big shot in the amateur boxing, isn't he?
Yeah, he has a lot of amateur fighters and pros. He does real well with Olympic style boxing.
I do believe he trains his boxers, and he has many of boxers. They train right here at the East Cleveland MLK Civic Center. And these guys are going at it the second round. Here we go.
Yeah, they're like seasoned pros, Dan. I'm telling you, they're on the outside throwing punches and bunches, and they're getting out of the way. They're moving laterally. Very good coaching for both of these trainers here in these corners for these fighters.
Boy, if I was a judge, I don't even know how I can keep track of how many punches landed, on this bout.
That's why we have 3 judges, Dan, because it's very hard when they're throwing punches and bunches like that. But these guys are moving well, fighting on the outside, doing long-range boxing.
I'll tell you right now, at the first round, I don't know who won that first round. This is going to be a very, very close about 70, 75-pound match bout, Bantam division, right here, Junior Olympics at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland.
And the fighter's going to advance to the championship, but you never believe it. You think this would be the championship bout the way these guys are going at it today, Dan.
That's right. In the red corner, we have Jones, blue corner, blue gloves, Weeks from the Dream Team Boxing.
And that's the end of round 2 there, Dan.
All right, and I do believe our cameras are ready and microphones. Let's go to each corner.
You said you want to win a match, you want to win a match yourself, right? Fight like that. You ain't fighting. You got this in the corner. Corner said go 200 goes. You want to do.
Once again, an added feature with DMK Productions, cameras and microphones on each corner, and we'll go to the other side of the ring. All right. Hey, this 70, 75-pound match bout Bantam division is brought to you by and sponsored by Lucas Electric. Thank all the sponsors for the Junior Olympics for 2018.
And here we go again, Dan, round 3. This is going to be the deciding match for these 2 fighters. Both of these guys are putting it together, punches and bunches.
Like I said, I don't know who's winning on a scorecard. This can go anybody's way. So, well, here. In the red gloves, I'll tell you right now, Jaden Jones seems like he wants to win this one.
Yeah, Suffolk's fighter's putting the pressure on, but Weeks, he's coming back with them counter shots, and he's moving laterally, trying to stay away from that pressure from Jones.
Again, if you're a judge for this match, I don't know how you're keeping score, but a lot of action, all 3 rounds.
Jones is really putting the pressure on it. Meeks is trying to fight back on the back step, but Jones is he's putting the pressure on it, and Meeks is trying to work that long jab, staying on the outside. But there comes Jones with that right hand. Beautiful shot, Dan.
Unreal. I love it. This is, I'll tell you right now, if you pay to get to see this match, you got your money's worth.
It's great watching it live, Dan, because you get to hear the sounds of the blows and everything. It's amazing that these kids can hit that hard, as small as they are.
Wow. We're almost at the end of round 3 and Weeks and Jones going at it, and that was the end of round 3, Tom. And I don't know, that's too close to call who won that match.
You know, I usually have an opinion on that, but you're so right, Dan. This was a very close match because both fighters were throwing punches and bunches. I'm hoping the judge can get this right.
Okay, well, once again, we're at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. We're bringing you Junior Olympics that are brought to you by the Lake Area Association of USA Boxing. I want to thank Alex Cooper and the whole gang for inviting us, DMK Production Cleveland Night, right here for this Junior Olympics 2018 local event. We love it.
What a great night of amateur boxing live, Dan. Beautiful, beautiful night. For all the people in the audience, too. They got a great show today.
All right. Well, I tell you right now, the scorecard, they're reading it right now. This is so close to call. So they're taking their time, tallying up the scores right now. So as soon as they get the scorecard, the PA announcer is going to introduce the winner of this match, a very close match, Jones against Weeks, 70-75 pound match bout, Bantam division. So let's go up to the ringside and give out who's the winner of this match.
For great sportsmanship, both hands were raised by the referee for this fight.
Once again, Jones from the MLK Rec Center and Weeks from the Dream Team Boxing Club. Again, I think we're ready for the PA announcer. Let's go to him, Tom.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this bout, boxing on the red corner, Jaden Jones.
Very close call, but the winner goes to Jaden Jones from the MLK Rec Center, the winner of this match, Tom.
Yeah, Weeks ain't got nothing to be sad about because he put on a great competition for Jones. But Jones was the aggressor, and he pulled ahead on the game.
We'll be back with more. Here's a list of the 2018 Lake Area Association Junior Olympics Tournament unopposed champions. These boxers had no opponents, so they get to move on to another round of the Junior Olympics. Now, President Alex Cooper presents trophies to the unopposed champions for the Junior Olympics. The 2018 Junior Olympic Boxing Tournament is brought to you by DMK Productions. The tournament is presented to you by the LEA, Lake Area Association of USA Boxing.
Through a lot of different regimes, and he really does his job better than any of us can imagine, and we appreciate him very much. And we wanted to honor him with a Lifetime Achievement Award for the Lake Erie Association. So come on up and accept the award.
You're watching a 2018 Junior Olympics tournament brought to you by the Lake Erie Association of USA Boxing. Danny K for Cleveland at Night, bringing you more amateur boxing in Northeast Ohio. We're at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm with
Alex Cooper.
Alex Cooper, and we're here for the what now?
We are here for the Lake Erie Association Junior Olympic Boxing Tournament.
Okay, this happens like once a year, is that correct?
Once a year, and all the winners of the division move on to the regional tournament, which this year happens to take place in Toledo, Ohio.
Okay, now, I know that we had Golden Gloves a couple weeks ago. Alex, what's the difference between Junior Olympics and Golden Gloves?
So the Junior Olympic fighters are kids from the ages of 8 years old to 16 years old. And then once they turn 17, then they move into the Golden Gloves divisions.
Okay, now there was a lot of unopposed champions. What was that all about? They didn't have any opponents for tonight?
Yeah, so they did not have any other opponents for their weight class, so they're able to advance to the regional tournament without having to box this evening.
Okay, are you coaching or training out of any gym you want to give a plug out to?
I train out of the old school boxing gym and strong style fight team in Independence, Ohio.
Okay, all right. Now, what other matches USA Boxing are you going to be promoting come up so people, because we're going to try to promote a lot of this amateur boxing in Northeast Ohio. It was popular years ago. We're making a comeback, Alex. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually the president of the Lake Erie Association, so one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure we have as many bouts and as many shows as possible. Always the guys, Bill Goddard and Todd Kincaid, do a nice job at the Battle of the Ballroom.
That's right. We've been there like 3 times, so that's always a good event.
Randy Jarvis Jr. With Big Dog Boxing, they've been doing some good things as well down in Akron, and always the guys at Southside Boxing Club, and there's another club down in Youngstown that Lights Out Boxing. They do shows down in Youngstown, so
That's
we try
right.
to hit Cleveland, Akron, and Youngstown as well.
And you did a little dedication a little later to Renard Sappho and also the ring announcer, right?
Yeah, so Tom Miller has actually been he's been an international judge with the WBO and the IBF before. He's been working with our Lake Erie Association as the treasurer for over 25 years.
Wow.
To say that he deserved a plaque was very much so, and then Renard Sappho is just kind of a Cleveland boxing staple. It would take me an hour here to say all the champions and all the boxers that he's trained.
That's right.
So,
And we were going to videotape the dedication you did in the ring with Renard later in the show. Do you have any Facebook page, or how can we contact you for more information about amateur boxing in Lake Erie
so
Association?
The Lake Erie Association has a Facebook page as well as an Instagram account. The Instagram account is LEA USA Boxing. We try to do our best to post when shows are coming up and show results of stuff. And as well, we also have a mailing list that people can contact me. My email is alex.cooper3@gmail.com. That gives you, I send out probably a bi-weekly email that updates everyone on the shows.
That's great. Now, DMK Productions, Cleveland at Night. We have Tom. I have my camera, Al Wilk. We've been doing this for about a year now. A lot of events we've been doing. We're on 3 networks, Alex. We're in Brunswick TV. We're in Spectrum Cleveland. We're also on Cox Cable to Southwest. We're going to be going to Youngstown. We're going to be going all over. We're bringing amateur boxing back to Northeast Ohio. It's back already, but we're going to bring it more popular.
That's
and
awesome.
get bigger crowds, right? Because you're going to watch on TV, folks, but being here live is better, right, Alex?
There's a couple little guys that were fighting. I could have sat there and watched them all day long. It was
That was
fantastic.
great. Yeah, I had the one camera because we had the one higher camera. We couldn't see them because they're
tiny.
you got the little tiny boxes. But I videotaped them on camera too. That was a great event. Once again, I'm here with Alex Cooper for what association?
The Lake Erie Association of USA Boxing.
And thank you for taking time out for
Thanks
Cleveland
so
at
much for
Night.
having us.
And
We
we're going to be
appreciate
back with more amateur boxing right after this on Cleveland at Night. Thank you, Alex.
You got it.
Boxing out of the red corner, Jabarian Gilbert. Boxing out of the blue corner, Omari McFadden. This bout is sponsored by Lopez Company. Your referee, Earl Jewell.
Danny K Okay, back here for Cleveland at Night, bringing you the Junior Olympics here at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm ringside with...
This is Vince McKee with NEO Sports Insiders.
All right, glad to have you, Vince. We've seen you back at the Battle of the Ballroom 21. You're back doing ringside commentary on this match. This is a match bout, a 50-pound, 55-pound Pee Wee division. Okay, we in the red gloves, we have Jabarin Gilbert versus Omari McFadden. Take it away, Vince.
Absolutely, and Gilbert's really been pressing them well here, as you said, in those red gloves. Getting the inside of him there, keeping his punches short and crisp, and that's what you need to do at this age level. A lot of it is about style and technique, not really about power at this age, because there isn't much power, quite frankly, Dmk. It's strictly about finding those angles.
That's right. And now we only have one camera on this one because the kid's a little bit shorter and the higher camera couldn't get him through the ropes. So once again, with one camera for this one bout. Once again, it's a Pee Wee division match bout, the championship bout. That winner goes to the regional for Junior Olympics 2018. Okay, that's the end of round one. We'll be back in a minute, Vince.
You gotta work. You hear me? Get back on them. Attack more. You all right? You try for 1 minute. You gotta work.
Hey, champ, keep doing what you're doing, all right? This way.
Isn't that great? We have a microphone and cameras in each ringside right there, Vince.
Sure is, and you get to hear the learning and techniques and teaching of what they're being told. Notice too there that Gilbert there in the red gloves kind of made a minor mistake towards the end of that round, stopped a couple times to wipe his nose and kind of amateur mistakes. But again, at 55 pounds, you're going to see those types of things.
Now we have Carla did the ringside. She's a judge, and with all these, they're just going at it widely. How would you score this on a scorecard as a judge?
Well, again, you really can't score these types of fights on punches thrown because, this kid's endless energy. I wish I had some of it. But really more so on technique, who's pressing the action and who's really landing the crisper punches, which really they've kind of flip-flopped. The first round they had it for, nice shot there by Gilbert. But again, who's making the more damage with their connections.
I always say, in Junior Olympics or any kind of amateur boxing, it's 3 rounds of non-stop action.
Oh, no doubt about it. Gilbert landed again, but phenomenal counter there by McFadden, really against the ropes.
Coach.
Huh? Hey, I'm not seeing you make a miss. I need you to make a miss and then make you. Yeah, be slick on it. Be slick on it, okay? I want to see you be slick. Can you be slick and make you pay?
I want them to.
Once again, listening to the trainers and coaches talking to their boxers. This is round 3. Who do you have ahead in the scorecard, Vince?
Well, right now I have it even. I actually had that first round for Gilbert, second round, nice battle back with McFadden. Right away, off the ropes there, Gilbert snaps back McFadden's head, though. That's points.
That's right. So each boxer, again, are probably tied in the scorecard. They really got to come out this 3rd round.
Gilbert's been crisp. He's landing that shot right there, inside uppercut. Just landed another one straight left to the head. Man, this kid could throw. Gilbert's really on top of his game tonight.
Again, we got Gilbert. Oh, is that a standing 8 count? I think he dropped his mouthpiece. So, and that's one thing I like about amateur boxing is safety is a big issue. Their shoes untied, they drop their mouthpiece, the judge stops it immediately.
Right, you don't want to turn these kids away. Not just kids, but we've seen it really bad on the ballroom. Older amateurs as well. You want to keep them, fighting clean, and it's all about respect at this level. It's not so much about wins and losses. And I'll tell you, this Gilbert kid really has it together tonight. It'll be interesting to see which way the judges go with it.
We filmed Gilbert before on Cleveland at Night for amateur boxing. I think he has other family members that box also. They're going at it. I tell you, and round 3's coming up. Talk about it, Vince.
He's been steady. It's going to be interesting to see which way the judges take it. They'll wrap up there on the ropes. And this one's probably going to the cards, but I would have to give this to Gilbert 2 rounds to 1 just barely, but he is pressed perfectly here.
Okay, the judges are tallying up the scorecard, and we're going to find out the winner very, very shortly. I also want to say that this match was sponsored by Lopez. Let's go to the PA announcer who's going to announce the winner of this match.
Boxing out of the red corner, Jabarin Gilbert.
Okay, more boxing right after this, folks.
Hi, I'm Alex Cooper, president of the Lake Erie Association of USA Boxing, and I watch Cleveland at Night.
Now it's time for the Cleveland at Night Fan Cam.
say? Can the smaller ones get
As many of you know, Renard Sappho's been doing this for a little bit, and we really wanted to finally give him an award. He does a lot for the association. He was able to get this facility for us, which we've used several times for our events. He does a lot of work extra for us. I'd let you know how many national champions he has, but he probably doesn't even know he's had so many. He's all about boxing. He's all about the kids. And I didn't think any other way to do it, but then to bring in some of the kids, some of his former champs, some of his current champs, and just tell them thank you. Thank you for all the hard work that you do. We appreciate it, and we hope you accept our little token.
Sappho! Deserve it. Good job, coach.
If you can see my lens can see you. Okay, cheers. More. Oh.
Yeah, get them all up there.
Get in
all
the
that
front,
nice
kneel
kids
down.
up there.
Thank you.
That's right.
Look this way. Is there more? Okay, thank you guys.
Dmk back here for the Junior Olympics. This is round 2. We missed the first round of this 145-pound intermediate division championship bout. And I'm ringside with Vince McKee. Vince, take it away.
Well, here we are again with NEO Sports Insiders and myself here at Dmk Productions. Got a good one on our hands here in round 2. Quincy Harris appears to be pushing the action, landing the crisper shots. It's going to be fun to see the way the rest of this one goes.
That's right. We have Quincy Harris in the red gloves from the 65th Street Gym against Zachariah McMillan from the Blue Steel Boxing in the blue gloves. This is sponsored by Chatfield Development. I want to thank all the sponsors for 2018 Junior Olympics.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely want to thank our sponsors. Good footwork there by Harris, moving around, not getting hit, throwing some good counter punches and jabs there. McMillan kind of leans in, but so far, 2 rounds to 0 at this point by Harris. He just keeps coming at him, landing the crisper shots. McMillan doing his best to wrap him up where he can.
That's right. Quincy Harris in the corner is his dad, Rodney Harris, who puts on Box Out the Violence, the last event we did for Cleveland at Night Dmk Productions. Once again, this is the championship bout for the 145-pound intermediate division.
Absolutely, kind of overextended himself there to McMillan. Harris caught him. We've seen he's doing it a couple times now. Again, McMillan in the blue there, just reaching a little bit too far, falling forward, leaving himself exposed, and Harris picking him off.
That's right. And the blue and all the blue is McMillan, and the red is Harris, and that's the end of round 2. We want to mention again, Junior Olympics is brought to you by the Lake Area Association of USA Boxing and also Dmk Productions. Hey Vince, let's talk about the website you had. What is it called?
Well, NEOSportsInsiders.com. Again, think about that. NEO Sports Insiders. We cover a lot of boxing, MMA, pro wrestling. Kind of the 3 subjects the main presses do not cover, and that's their loss, Danny. They call this the sweet science for a reason. It really is a beautiful sport. The more you learn about it, the discipline that goes into it, the dieting, the exercise, just the routine that these fighters need to be in, whether they're 55 pounds, 155 pounds, or the big heavyweights. The routine's always going to be the same. It's going to be discipline and style.
All right. Well, you guys do, like you said, wrestling, pro wrestling. You do WWE and also independent wrestling, right?
Oh, yes, sir. We're all over it. Body slams and pile drivers.
So talk about your website. Where do you go to on the computer?
Well, yeah. Again, it's a mobile app for your phone, also a website for your computer. NEOSportsInsiders.com. We cover everything you can think of, and really locally, featuring a lot of local fighters and really high school sports as well. So we do our best to make sure everybody's involved.
And how many writers do you have on staff?
27.
27 writers. That's great.
Oh yeah, we're gonna expand. We always expand during high school football season coming up here. Definitely a high school football kind of town. So bring the big boys for that day.
Okay, well let's go back to the championship round. About red, Harris. We got blue, McMillan. Take it away, Vince.
Well, we see again here where McMillan, he's landed a few shots, but when he does, he seems to overextend himself. He just got cracked there. So the more he's leaning in, he's really leaving himself exposed. Harris is picking him apart. This isn't even close right now. As you can see here, it's just pressing the action, picking them apart, landing squarely, and yeah, I mean, McMillan's doing a lot of backpedaling here.
That's right. Now the winner of this goes on to the regional Junior Olympics. Okay, the finals for the Junior Olympics this year is going to be in Charleston, West Virginia. And I think if you go to their website, Junior Olympics, you can find out all the action and where the finals are located at time.
That's tremendous. You know, again, it's really nice to see the sport growing as it is. And congratulations to both these kids, you know, to get to this level of championship bout, win or lose, definitely an accomplishment to get there.
That's right. All right, that's the end of round 3. Again, we missed the first round. And again, good sportsmanship. Each boxer goes to each other corner and, you know, high fives the coach and trainer. We love it. Once again, this Junior Olympics is brought to you by the Lake Erie Association of USA Boxing. Alex Cooper and the gang, we want to thank for you know, inviting us out. Look at those trophies. I always love these. They always give good trophies out for the boxers. The winners and the losers both get trophies.
Very cool. I see my man there, Ed King, Von Ward's trainer for all those years.
That's right. Ed King owns, I think, Bedford Heights and Bedford Heights, I do believe.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
he is, Mr. Harris with the victory.
Now let's go over to the PA announcer.
45-pound intermediate division. Boxing out of the red corner, Quincy Harris. Inside boxing club, a cheer for Khalid Brockman. Your referee is Doug Patterson.
Second down.
Danny K ringside for the Junior Olympics along with Tom Sparrows. Tom, another match, another Junior Olympic 125-pound intermediate division championship bout.
Wow, these guys are pretty tall for 125 pounds. We got Brockman in the blue corner and we got Riley in the red corner.
That's
Dan.
right. Jovan Riley, who's unattached and in the red gloves, and Khalid Brockman from the Burnside Boxing Club in the blue. And here we go, round 1.
Unattached, Dan, means Riley is fighting on his own. He doesn't have a gym that he's affiliated with. And Brockman, he's moving well on the outside and he's boxing well, but Riley, he's working the long jab also and trying to box from the outside.
Okay, so tell the folks out there, unattached, you still have a coach and trainer, but you don't box out of one gym, right?
Correct. You move around and you stick with your trainer. That's what called unattached, and you don't have a special gym that you're fighting out of, so that's why they call it unattached.
Okay, so where do you see you go work out in the basement or something, or
anywhere you can? When a fighter and a trainer get together, they work everywhere, in cellars, in basements, in the gyms, and then they gym hop to get their sparring in. So that's why they fight them unattached.
Okay, this 125-pound intermediate division championship bout is brought to you by and sponsored by the World Boxing Organization. We want to thank all the sponsors once again for the 2018 Junior Olympics.
Yeah, I can tell it's the championship bout because they're wearing the Olympic style gloves with the white on the front of the gloves, so the judges can score it for the championship.
All right, this match, we only have one camera, so you're only going to see the one camera angle for that. The other guy had to take a break, so one camera on this this bout.
Okay, Jones and Riley and Brockman, rather, they're fighting. They're taking a very slow pace and they're very methodical on their shots. They're not throwing punches and bunches. What they're looking for is an opening and a clean shot.
All right, the winner of this match goes on to the regionals, and that's the end of round 1. We're gonna go right into round 2. Once again, one camera only on this bout, and round 2. Here we go, Tom.
Well, this is a championship bout. Brockman's going to have to pick up the pace, and also Riley. They're fighting at a slow pace and trying to look for them clean shots. They need to throw punches and bunches then to get the win on this judge's scorecard.
Once again, in the red gloves and red shirt and shorts is Riley, and the blue and the red shorts and blue gloves is Brockman from the Burnside Boxing Club, and a lot of action. This is a championship bout. The winner goes on to the Junior Olympics.
Riley's putting the pressure on Brockman. He's got some good defense, but Riley's smothering him in the corner and when throwing his punches now and bunches. And the referee's going to have to give him an 8 count if Brockman doesn't get himself off the ropes there.
Wow, a lot of action, Again, I love about Junior Olympics or any amateur style Olympic boxing. 3 rounds of non-stop action.
Just what we needed. Like I said, they had to pick up their pace, and Riley, he has picked up his pace, but now they slowed down again, and they're trying to fight on long range on the outside.
I got it.
All right, again, this is a championship bout, and each boxer really needs a good round this round on the scorecard and advance to the Junior Olympics.
Yeah, they're fighting at that slow pace again there. Now, finally, Riley's got him against the ropes again, and he's starting to throw his punches and bunches. But Riley's got to stay in the middle of the ring and start firing them combinations from the middle of the ring, not only against the ropes. But here we go again. Riley's putting the pressure on. And Brockman, he's covering up, and the referee might have to give him an 8 count.
The referee is Ed King.
Danny K back here for the Junior Olympics. We're at the MLK Civic Center, East Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm ringside with, again, Carla. How's it going, Carla?
It's going good.
All right, this is another match that we're doing right here at for Cleveland at Night, DMK Productions. This is a 95-pound intermediate division. Jacqueline Dent from the South Side Boxing in the red gloves against Alandi Gilbert in the blue gloves from the MLK Rec Center. Let's go with it. Let's talk about the styles.
Well, I tell you what, this is such a great tournament. It's my personal favorite, and these guys wasted no time getting busy. The biggest thing I think you could take away from this is, you see the punches being thrown. They both have excellent footwork, and you'll see some head movement from Dent. That it's always impressive when you see that at a younger age.
That's right, Gilbert in the blue gloves. We have Dent in the red. Once again, we only have one camera, Carl, on this one.
I guess the camera crew is a union, guys, so the second camera guy's taking a break, so we just have one camera on this match. Okay, this match is sponsored by the JL Wintermuth Enterprises. Once again, we want to thank all the sponsors of this year's 2018 Junior Olympics.
And Carla, I talked off the camera with you. You are on an AM radio in Las Vegas. You call in. Let's talk about that.
Yes, they have me call in every so often, and we talk boxing. We talk, I talk a little bit about the amateurs, and then we talk about matches that have just happened, and then some of the big upcoming matches.
That's the end of round one. We're going right to round two. All right, Carl, let's talk about the radio station you call in.
Now, you talk about pro boxing on this program?
I talk about both. We talk about, they don't talk so much about MMA, but we really cover boxing and anything that has been on anybody's mind. If there's a rematch, if there's a controversial decision, which obviously I can't really comment on, but I always get asked and I always deny.
Okay. I'm not going to ask, I hate to ask a woman's age, but I'm in my 50s, almost 60. I have a lot of favorite boxers out there. Who's your favorite boxer, pro boxer?
Right now?
Right now or in the past?
In the past, it would be Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yes.
And currently, it would be Vasily Lomachenko.
And what was your favorite all-time boxing match ever? It's a hard question,
I'd say probably Hagler Hearns for as long as it lasted, or Hagler Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back from being off for 5 years or so. That was a great fight. Round 9 was phenomenal.
Again, you're watching the Junior Olympics. You got Dent in the red gloves, Southside Boxing against Gilbert in the blue gloves from MLK PAL Rec Center.
There was a lot of good boxers in that era.
Yes, and we would love to bring that kind of excitement back.
Yep. I'll tell you right now, is in Cleveland, the Golden Gloves has got over with in Junior. It seems like the Golden Gloves is in April, and the first week of May, the local Junior Olympics. So it's almost like one after the other.
They do. They run very close together.
But I see that you got to be under 18 or 17 years old to be in the Junior Olympics, and a lot of older people are in the Golden Gloves.
I believe I know for 18 is for the Junior Olympics. Of course, amateur boxing has all sorts of age divisions, but as far as the junior, this qualifying event, it's up to 18.
Okay, now this is a 95-pound intermediate division. This ain't the championship round. I think they have another championship round after this. Again, we got Dent in the red, and we got Gilbert in the blue.
They're jabbing away.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is the. I just love watching amateur boxing. It's 3 rounds of just non-stop action.
It is. It absolutely is.
And who's the referee for this one? Ed King again, your buddy.
It's Ed King again. He's actually my boxing coach.
Was he?
Yes.
Wow, let's give him a plug. What gym does he have?
He owns King's Gym. It is a very well-respected gym, and it's really tough to be in this business and own a boxing gym and actually, be, I guess, vital and be profitable and be just keep the doors open. I know so many people who have struggled to keep their gyms open, and Ed's done a great job here.
And I met you at that place for meetings before a boxing show, and it's on the Royal Road. The first time I came here, I thought Don King owned it, and all of a sudden you told me, no, it's Don King doesn't own it. Ed King owns it, and his brother owns it. What's his brother's name?
Frank.
Frank and Ed King, the owners of this King's Gym. And I tell you right now, we're going to get the website and Facebook page, but again, a lot of boxers, bodybuilders, you can just come up, go there and work out, right?
Right. Well, there's a lot of professional boxers who have actually sparred in the ring here. Sean Porter, to name one, Adrian Broner, another. Those of you at home that follow pro boxing, you know exactly who those two fighters are.
And I was in there, I think I talked to somebody that I think King Gym's presenting a boxing event in July. I think July 20th.
July 20th.
July 20th.
It's a Friday evening, yes.
Is that's pro boxing? Is that amateur or pro boxing?
That's amateur boxing.
Okay.
It's always a good time. Always a packed house.
That's great. And again, we'll get you websites. You can go for King's Gym and the events, at the boxing events. One of these days, we're going to get out there. We're going to get out to Youngstown, too, for some amateur boxing.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Carla, you're going to follow us, right?
Always.
And we're still waiting. We're going to have a segment of you in King's Gym.
Perfect.
Doing some interviews, stuff like that. But let's go up to the ring. As the ring announcer gives a winner
of this match.
90-pound heavyweight division, boxing in the red corner.
Okay, in the red corner, that's the winner, Jacqueline Dent. And thanks for being ringside with me, Carla. And that's the end of our show, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.